Hey, peoples. So, on ESNews, Ellie Silverback was interviewing Robert Garcia and also Peter. And uh, they were talking about KSI Logan Paul too. And that, at first they thought it was a shitty fight, but then they thought about two debutants facing each other. And basically, they were saying that that's actually a better fight. It was a better fight and it was a better event than Mayweather versus Conor McGregor. And they were saying, because it's two debutants facing each other. But Ellie Sackback was countering by saying, but Mayweather made a ton of money as well. I mean, they as much as KSI Logan had a record-breaking gate and did record-breaking numbers, Mayweather versus McGregor also did record-breaking stuff. And it was like, nah, but KSI Logan Paul was a better fight and so on, and it did more for boxing and stuff like that. And I was looking back at it and I said, no, no, no. See, a lot of times people were talking about Mayweather versus McGregor, but people forgot the background behind it. The people who were in MMA thought that Conor McGregor would beat Floyd Mayweather because they thought that MMA is better than boxing, and that you could just go into boxing and dominate it, and Conor McGregor would be the person to dominate boxing, and he would knock out Floyd because he'd been knocking out other guys, and he'd been doing it in a boxing stance. So what Floyd put to bed, and a lot of people actually in MMA actually acknowledged, was that no matter that Floyd is old and all of that shit, boxing trumps MMA. When you take the world's best boxer and you take the world's best MMA fighter and you put them together in the ring doing a boxing match, as much as MMA fighters, they can do multiple different things and they can master different things. Conor McGregor convinced people that he just had to focus on one sport, boxing, and therefore he would dominate, master that, and he would dominate Floyd. When you really look at it, boxing won because it showed that the boxer, you had to respect the sport of boxing, that it takes a lot of time and a lot of a lot of a lot of commitment to the sport to be able to do the sport, to be the best at the sport. Now Conor did fare well in that boxing match, don't get it twisted, and so it did reflect pretty good on him as a face of MMA. But at the end of the day, boxing won big time. And I'll give you another instance where boxing won. Holly Holm versus Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey was a terror. Holly Holm was a boxer. She came from a boxing background. She adapted to MMA. She went into MMA, and she was able to beat the best MMA fighter, Ronda Rousey. So because of that, they tried to do the flip side of that, have Conor McGregor come across from an MMA background, go into boxing and beat Floyd. They thought it was going to be easy like that, just like how Ronda Rousey did, how Holly Holm did it to Ronda Rousey. They thought that Conor McGregor could do to Floyd Mayweather. And of course, Holly Holmes had a style somewhat like Floyd Mayweather style, more of a boxing style. And she just pretty much picked Ronda Rousey apart and took her out of the game and then knocked her out, right? And so what it did was, this was another event where boxing won. Now, Logan Paul versus KSI, too, what it did, again, is shun the face on boxing. Now, these guys now, they come from, a background where they were not boxing all their lives, not all their careers, and they came into boxing and they shone light on how difficult it is, the sport, and how you have to commit yourself to the sport. So when they went into the first pro fight, they had one amateur fight. They did it right. They did the amateur fight first, and then they do a pro fight. Again, they shone so much light on boxing. And then the beautiful thing about it was the undercard also had some of the best boxers in the world were on the undercard. So that boxing really got a full-fledged shine. It wasn't MMA getting the shine, it was boxing. MMA never had that idea of doing something like that, having an event like that, because as you see, the YouTube community was actually pro boxing in respect, and bringing all these youngsters into boxing. So I think this is beautiful for the sport of boxing. Each one of these events shone light on boxing. One person getting into the octagon and showing from a boxing background that she could do MMA, and not only do it at the highest level, but beat an icon in the MMA arena. Ronda Rousey, who we haven't heard much from her after that, lost. So it was devastating to her career. And then when we look at the boxing perspective, Conor McGregor, the best MMA fighter, coming in and facing the best boxer in the world, and they faced each other, and the best boxer won. Okay, whereas the best MMA fighter, when she faced Ronda Rousey, who came from a boxing background, she was a world champion, etc., etc., she beat the best MMA fighter in the world. So you got to understand, boxing gets respect every single time. Boxing is won out every single time, showing that when it comes to boxing, boxing is a much more difficult sport, a much more detailed sport than MMA. It gets the respect. The world's eyes are on boxing. Boxing wins out when these things happen. Okay? Now, with respect to people talking about Canelo and his ticket sales, I also want to remind you guys that the subscription skyrocketed when Canelo had to face Sergey Kovalev after the UFC bout, and also DAZN's been doing really well with their subscriptions because of Canelo. Okay, and the other thing that people do not understand is Canelo's network is just incredibly higher than Errol Spence or Deontay Wilder. They're not nowhere near in despair of that. Anthony Joshua, he got something kind of approximately close to it, but Canelo literally separates himself from everybody else. But Canelo literally separates himself from everybody else in boxing right now. Canelo is the cash cow, and no matter how you twist it or shape it, he's gonna be the dude that's the face of boxing right now. And it's undisputable right now. The only guy that could rival Canelo is Manny Pacquiao. That's the only guy. When Pacquiao's fights happen, people gonna stop and watch. The whole world gonna stop and watch a Pacquiao fight. Okay? Canelo, it depends still on what kind of fight happens. You know, people are really still raving for Pacquiao. So Pacquiao, he moves the masses. Canelo, he moves the needle. Canelo still don't move the needle like Pacquiao does, even though he's had much more higher money-making fights than Pacquiao has had. Pacquiao fights are very exciting to start with. But I would say that that you cannot dispute that Canelo is the man in boxing right now. He's the dude. You know, they trying to push Wilder and all of that shit. Canelo ain't even being pushed like that. And you have a Canelo fight, people are going to come to the Canelo fight. You know what I'm saying? Nonetheless, or watch the Canelo fight. People are going to watch the Canelo fight. Nonetheless, I must say that you know, the masses, the hate for Canelo and all that that's happening, even the hate for Deontay Wilder that I see that's not merited. You know, there's some hate for Deontay Wilder. There's some hate for Canelo. It's because these guys are at the top. There's hate for Anthony Joshua. When he lost, everybody was talking about he's not a real champion and all this shit from the haters, because, you know, you had the Wilder camp and they hated on Anthony Joshua. It's unmerited, you know, in my opinion. It's an unmerited hate. But when you are at the top of the game like that, doing what you're doing in such few fights, you're going to get that hate. All right. And even though, like I said before, even though Andy Ruiz may beat Anthony Joshua, he's still legit. He's still legit, and you're going to see him in a lot more fights, and you're going to see him do his thing. You know, but back to what I was saying about Floyd Mayweather versus Conor McGregor. That definitely did a lot for the sport of boxing, and people forget the context in which that fight happened. Right? Conor McGregor was the one calling out Floyd, saying he would whoop his ass. So Floyd answered the call. That's how this fight happened, and Floyd saw it as a money grab, whereas, you know, people in boxing saw it as a money grab. But for the people who, you know, remember the casual fans out there who don't really know boxing like that, this was an awakening. These motherfuckers, you saw his fucking ass Skip Bayless talking shit. Skip Bayless, who's supposed to know about boxing, he didn't know shit about boxing. Talk about Floyd ducking Conor McGregor. Right? He don't know shit about boxing. Talking about Muhammad Ali and all this shit. You obviously didn't know shit about boxing to actually believe that Conor could beat Floyd. And there were actually people out there in the MMA community who thought that Conor would beat Floyd as well. Right? So that's how they were backing their man. And he was talking the talk, you know, and he seemed to be winning the arguments, you know, in the talk battle until he went into the ring and people thought he was doing very well. And then Floyd knocked his ass out, right? So I'm just saying, you know, that fight happened because people actually believed Conor could beat Floyd. They actually believed it. They thought he was a big threat. All right? Because this guy could do everything. He'd do anything he put his mind to. So that's what they believed. So we must remember this shit, because a lot of people don't remember the context in which things happening. And again, for the people in their little bubble, in their little boxing world bubble, because a lot of you guys and call yourself purists and shit, I'm a dog y'all ass right now. I'm being like a dog. I'm a dog y'all. Y'all want to come back at me? I'm a dog y'all motherfucking ass. Right now I'm a dog y'all. All right? Y'all on you're sitting in your couch, right? You don't do shit. Okay? I'm a dog y'all right now. I'm going to be a dog, right? Y'all don't do shit. And then you talk about you're a boxing purist, or you're a boxing historian, or you're a boxing this, or you're boxing that. You want to talk about belts. You want to talk about undisputed. You want to talk about all that shit, right? But you just in your little fucking bubble. You're not looking at the big picture. You're not looking at the casual ass fans who don't see things like you do, okay? Who don't know the sport like you do, okay? And they're wowed by shit. Okay, so they was wowed by Floyd knocking out Conor McGregor. They didn't expect Floyd to walk Conor McGregor down. They was expecting Floyd to box Conor McGregor. I even heard Stephen A. Smith. I heard Stephen A. Smith say Floyd is fading. You know, he getting hit with punches he don't normally hit. He just came straight forward. Stephen A. Smith didn't know shit about what was happening. He didn't understand Floyd was dogging Conor McGregor. He wanted him to quit. He wanted his ass to quit. So he dogged him. He knew he could dog this dude, so he dogged his ass. He wasn't going to box and look pretty for what? Dude got a longer reach on him and all that shit. No, I'm going to dog your ass. I'm going to walk your ass down. I want you to know and respect this sport of boxing. Understand, you don't just come in that fucking ring and talk about you could dominate people and knock people the fuck out. I'm going to dog your ass. I'm going to walk your ass down. Right? You're going to have respect for boxers. Oh, I can't hit for shit. Right, Skip Bayless? I can't hit for shit. I'm going to knock his ass out. I'm going to knock your ass out. And he said, you could dish it. Okay, you could dish it out, but can you take it? Can you take it? That's what Floyd did him. For all you purists out there who know what I'm talking about, he dogged his ass. He walked his ass down. Motherfuckers always think Floyd, oh, he just this defensive fighter. He don't want to get touched. He's soft. All right, we can knock him out. No, you can't. Okay, you can't knock his ass out. All right, he a dog. He, like we say, an 800-pound gorilla. But y'all can't see that shit. Right? Y'all can't see that. And it's all good. All right? So for all you boxing purists out there, you know I'm coming from an argument point of view. All of y'all boxing purists, I laugh at y'all. I laugh at y'all. You know why I laugh at y'all? Because y'all not flexible to change. Y'all are not flexible to change. That's the problem. Right? And half of y'all boxing purists and y'all, what do you call you guys? Half of y'all aficionados and boxing. Oh, we're not attached to boxers. Get the fuck out of here. All of y'all are fans. That's why it's called boxing fans. All of y'all are fans of boxers. Whether it's ones in the past or ones in the present. All of y'all like fucking sheep following the dogma. So don't bullshit me. Don't bullshit me. I'm gonna expose y'all ass. All of y'all motherfuckers. Y'all gonna hate me on here. Y'all gonna hate what you need. Because I'm gonna expose y'all ass. As fucking clowns out here. Talking about y'all aficionados and shit. Be honest. Talking about Sugar Ray Robinson was the greatest of all time. I'm a boxing aficionado. Get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna start dogging some of y'all. You know what? You know what we must do? We in the YouTube community must schedule some actual boxing fights. That's what we need to do. Get some of you punk asses in the ring. Well, let's get it down. Let's throw it down. Then we go see how much your boxing aficionado and your purists, all you motherfuckers out there. Let me see how real y'all really are. Get your punk ass in the ring. That's what we need to do. Fuck. I'm serious. I'm tired of the bullshit, man. Right? Talking about, oh, this is not worth my time. Okay, if it ain't worth your time, why are you talking about it? Shouldn't even mention it then. If it ain't worth your time. Right? Boxing as a sport has changed. They branding things. They're going outside of the box. They're doing different shit. Okay? That's just what it is. Why are we so resistant to change? I told y'all, boxing as a sport evolves. So why the fuck you won't evolve with it? But some of you motherfuckers just want to stay in the past. And you don't realize that a lot of things in the past, they are so unsophisticated compared to the president at a certain point in certain things. You don't even realize it. Right? You want to talk about as a boxing aficionado, Logan Paul versus KSI. Oh, we're not going to watch that. That's a dog. Okay, it's a dog ass fight, right? Get your fucking punk ass in the ring. Train your ass off. Y'all want to talk about KSI be winging punches and shit, you know? Okay. And you want to, I saw D-Style clanging to KSI. He clanging KSI. Well, D-Style, can you do better? Can you do better? Get in the fucking ring with Logan Paul or get in the fucking ring with somebody and let's see you throw punches. Right? Let's see you throw punches when you get knocked upside the fucking head. Let's see you throw punches. I'm just saying. We like to clown people who actually step out of their fucking comfort zone, work their fucking ass off. Trust me, he worked his ass off, okay? KSI is successful in life because the dog be dogging it. He be dogging shit. Okay? He work his ass off to get where he's at. So how we could be clowning his ass? Because he's doing something we wouldn't do. I'm only saying this because I got to prep for boxing and I just hurt my hand. And I don't even do half the shit these motherfuckers carry themselves through. Y'all gotta understand how difficult this fucking sport is. It's very difficult to do. Until you get off your ass and actually try to do it, right? That's why I have no respect for some of y'all. None whatsoever. That's why I'm dogging y'all right now. Because I'm doing this shit. I'm trying to do this shit and it's fucking hard. Right? And y'all motherfuckers out there just be sitting down, talking shit. Okay? Talking all kinds of shit. I heard them say I heard these motherfuckers. I was on one of the things where one of the motherfuckers talking about they could beat Roman Gonzalez. Get the fuck out of here. Your fucking ass ain't even gone through shit to be able to beat this motherfucker. You've not been through the training. How the fuck you gonna beat Roman Gonzalez? What you gonna do? Take a gun and shoot him? You're gonna have to shoot him. You ain't cutting him with no knife. And you gotta stay far away from that motherfucker because he take your ass out. He will take you out. He'll give you the Ali Bashir treatment, motherfucker. I know this now. Okay? Y'all don't even understand. I don't care if you 200 pounds. He gonna fuck you up. Fuck you up stink, D-Styles. He'll fuck your ass up. Nasty. Right? And anybody did. And some of you motherfuckers are so out of shape. How the fuck you gonna even beat this motherfucker? With what? Testosterone? Adrenaline? Motherfucker, you gonna get so fucked up. So fucked up bad. Y'all gotta be tripping, man. Y'all tripping. Y'all tripping. Y'all tripping. Y'all be sitting down talking shit. And y'all don't back shit up. And y'all don't even acknowledge when you wrong. I'm gonna go ham on these motherfuckers. Man, I'll go ham on these motherfuckers. And y'all watching at me and trying to target me. Get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna keep on training though. But I can't train, but I'm gonna train my body, try and stay in some kind of shape. And we staying in shape. We staying in shape, motherfucker. We staying in shape. We getting ready. I'm 165. It's 154 I'm aiming for to fight at. Right? That's about plus or minus 11 pounds I gotta make. I got to 159. I got to 158. Then my body started giving me trouble. But I gotta get down to 154. I was watching Clarissa Shields on her diet program. I started eating. I eat one good meal in the morning, full meal, and then I would go on things like, I try to stay away from flour products, but I still eat things, corn chips, and I snack off of like grains and nuts and that kind of thing. So I'd be using an assortment of nuts, some cranberries, and that kind of stuff. And it's been helping me to get down. So I got down from 175, so I've lost 10 pounds. I only have to lose now 11 more pounds. That'll be 21 pounds. So I'm naturally walking around 175, and I'm getting down to 154. We're going to get there, right? I lost 10. I have 11 more to lose. We're going to get down there, okay? But you motherfuckers ain't want to do all this shit. Y'all don't want to do this shit. Y'all don't want to do this shit. It's not easy, motherfucker. It's not easy to lose weight and still have your strength and energy. It's not easy, all right? You got to get on a certain diet plan, and you got to stay committed to it. Like all this shit, y'all don't even understand what I'm talking about, right? Because I'm going through this shit. I don't tell y'all what is going on, but I go through a lot of shit to stay on point, to start working towards what I want to work towards. So we're trying to learn the sport and to keep on doing things, okay? Like I said, it's a doing sport, right? I just talk of things I observe. Trust me, man. I don't have that in-depth knowledge of boxing like the guys in boxing have, okay? That's why I watch all the training programs and shit. I'm gonna talk to y'all about a little bit more about those, right? Instead of boxers in boxing. We'll talk a little bit more about that. But again, Coach Eric Bradley, the Fight Doctor. You guys need to check his channel. Master Boxing is the name of the channel. Check it out, Coach Eric Bradley, the Fight Doctor. Motherfucker be breaking down all kinds of shit right now. He going into the details now. So you guys should check that out. And as well as you can check out Precise Striking. Very good channel. I recommend it. As well as Carrie Williams. She gives you the fundamentals. Really good. And If you're doing an aerobic workout, it works out well in your aerobic workout as well. Keeps you in shape and shit. Um, as well as you can check out there's a number of other channels I always like to promote. You can check in my subscriptions, what I subscribe to. You can see a bunch of those channels. I still keep them there, and I still keep on watching them. I watch all their videos as much as possible. I leave some comments on some, but I always watch it. I'm a student of those guys, and I even though I'm not supposed to do it, I still try out some of the things that they do, some of the exercises they have. I also will recommend Mike Rashid. Mike Rashid, he has a great channel in which to keep your conditioning, health, and strength. Some of it is resistance training, which I use, as well as some of it is also weight training. I don't really use weight training. I'm not trying to bulk up my chest and all that shit. I'm not trying to look good. I'm just trying to be functional so I can throw my punches and stuff and be crisp. And remember, I am 44 years old, which means I'm subject to injuries. And I sometimes try to go at it like a young cat, and that shit just don't work, man. You hurt your hand. I hurt my wrist trying to punch. I hurt my wrist, and my wrist is fucked up a little bit. It's actually swollen a bit. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's swollen right on this side here, on this other side here, swollen. So I fucked up my wrist. So I told you, man, I need a trainer, man. I can't be doing this shit, trying to do shit on my own. It just don't work. So that's what it is. We're going to keep on working, though. We're going to keep on hustling. We're going to keep on trying to do it. I got some other things to do today. So I'm going to catch you guys later. Peace.